Welcome all of you to this online webinar on how to trade without technical tension, fundamental confusion, and advisory stress. Now, many people have failed to stay in stock market trading for more than a year or two because of this technical tension, fundamental confusion, and advisory stress. Now, some people are used to free stuff, tips and calls, which led to their failure. Some are used to double trading and gossips, which led to their failure. But you must be thinking now, how is it possible to trade without technicals or fundamentals or advisory or even without tips and calls? Is there a way to trade effortlessly in stock market? Now, if this is the question, then let me tell you, yes, there is an invention, the revolutionary invention of this era. It has become essential this tough time the world is facing, and this invention is supporting people who have lost their jobs, striving to earn income by trading from home, trading futures and options to come out of their fear of future life. Yes, gentlemen, the revolutionary invention that I'm talking about is called dynamic live. It is the first ever stock market intelligence of the world called the Domantic method. Now, today in this session, you will learn to earn money in trading in a matter of just 1 to 3 easy steps. And you will also learn to master futures and options trading in just 7 minutes. Now, I know that when I make these big statements, some of you will laugh at it, some of you will rubbish it. But all I would like to tell you here is just go through the session. Maybe at the end of the session, you may have to revise your opinion. But having said that, I also request all of you to make sure that you forget everything about trading that you have learned till date. Look at this session as a beginner. The more you look at this session as a beginner, the faster you achieve the end results. And when I'm talking about the end results, there is only one end result that we are all working towards here, and that is to earn money. But in order to earn money in trading, there are only two things that one can do here, and that is buying and selling, isn't it? But for you to succeed in trading, you must learn the right entry and right exit, that is when to buy and when to sell. But today you don't have to worry about the right entry and right exit, because dynamic live will automatically identify the right entry and right exit for you. So today you don't have to waste your time doing anything else, rather straight away you can start trading and start earning. But then you also know that market conditions do not remain the same. There are varieties of price movements in any given market conditions. For you to get the right entry and right exit, there are some very unique intelligence at work in this dynamic live. Now let us have a look at them. Now let us have a look at them and understand now how you can benefit from them or how it works. Now, as I told you, a right entry and right exit is very important for you to succeed in trading, but at the same time, when not to enter and when not to exit is also equally very important. And let us see today how this dynamic live makes sure that we achieve this. Now, as you can see here, this dynamic live, and in this dynamic live, whenever the price is increasing, and if this dynamic live feels that this is a good point to buy, then here in the action information, it will be very clearly written as buy long act now. So if it feels that the price may increase even further, it will tell you buy long act now. But many times, when the price is increasing and if this dynamic live feels that no, this is not a good point to buy, if it feels this is a trap, then it will be written as buy signal, wait and buy. It means buy signal has come, but please wait, don't buy this. So when to enter, when not to enter, just by reading this, you will be able to understand it very clearly. And not only in an uptrending price, even in a downtrending market, when the price starts decreasing and if this dynamic live feels that the price may decrease even further, then it will be written as sell short act now. It means sell signal has come, please take a short position and act now, sell it immediately. But many times when the price is decreasing and if this dynamic live feels that this is a trap, there is some manipulation happening here, in that case it will very clearly tell you as sell signal, wait and sell. It means wait, don't sell this. Now in this situation, when it said sell signal, wait and sell, what happened next was the very next day there was a big gap down. Now normally looking at this, now you may start thinking that now we could have sold it the previous day itself, the information was not right. Now we could have benefited from this gap down, but then in spite of the gap down, the action information is still telling us sell signal, wait and sell. It means it strongly feels that sometime sooner or later the price is going to reverse all of a sudden, so be careful. And later what happened was the price did reverse and it was a big reversal upward. So anyone without looking at this, if you had taken a short position, now you would have got stuck in a minus trade. But then those having this dynamic live, now looking at what this action information said, they would have simply avoided this trade. By avoiding a trade, now you have successfully avoided a minus trade. Now, when you avoid a minus trade, that in itself is a profit, isn't it? So not only this, even when the price keeps moving up and down, all the temporary price reversals are identified by these zigzag cautions. Now, how does it do this? Let's have a look. Now, as you can see, the price has been continuously increasing for more than 2 days, and as it keeps on increasing, and when it is making a new high, right at the top there is a zigzag caution, the red symbol here. Now, whenever a zigzag caution appears, it means get ready, the price is about to reverse. Now, if you have taken a buy position in this up movement, and when you know that the price can reverse from this point, now what will you do? Now, the only thing that you can do here is just exit your trade and book profits, isn't it? So that is all that you have to do here. And after that, you can see there is a gap down the very next day. So now you're saved from this gap down, and not only that, you have also exited your trade very early with maximum profits. There's a double benefit here. Not only in an uptrending price, even in a downtrending price, when the price starts decreasing, right at the bottom you can see here there is a green symbol. We call this as a zigzag caution. Now when it appears, it means the price is about to reverse. Now anyone who had taken a short position in this down movement, now what you could have done here is you could have exited your short position very early right at the bottom, and after this what happened was the price completely reversed. So these are the benefit of having this zigzag caution intelligence. You will be able to exit your trades very early with maximum profits. And not only that, we also have these sideways caution intelligence. Now you know that price always does not move in an uptrend or in a downtrend. It also moves in sideways. Now what is a sideways movement? Now there is a phase where the price keeps on moving up and down so very frequently that it becomes very difficult for a common trader to understand which direction the price is about to move. And there is a phase where majority of traders incur a series of minus trades just because they are simply not able to understand the direction of the price movement. And above that, they don't know that it is in sideways. But today, Dynamic Live is the one and only platform in the whole world which can automatically identify the sideways movement for you. And not only that, it can also identify sideways movement before it starts. As you can see here in the real-time market, when the price is moving, here in the reason at some point it will be written as sideways nearing sign. So when it says that, it means it is telling you that sideways is about to start. Be prepared. And after this information, now it will change to sideways start sign. So once it says sideways start sign, now you know that the sideways has started. Now you also know that in a sideways, the price will keep on doing up and down movement very frequently within a small range. So it is better, whatever trade that you have taken, you can exit it fast with minimum profits. Or the other best thing that you can do here is you can stop trading the script, go trade some other script which is not in sideways. But once it says sideways start sign, later the information changes to sideways now. So as long as the price keeps on moving in sideways, it will keep telling us it is in sideways now. And later at some point, it will be written as sideways end sign. So when it says sideways end sign, now there's a point where you know that the price has stopped moving in sideways. Now there's a point where it is about to move in a single direction. Now you can get in and capture the next big movement. So when you have these informations in the real-time market, now what happens is your decision making becomes absolutely easy. And then before you do the trade, you will know which are the trades that you are supposed to exit it fast with minimum profits. Now that is the benefit of the sideways caution intelligence. And then we also have these dynamic system cautions and DMBOTs. Now as I was telling you earlier that the temporary price reversals are identified by these zigzag cautions, but the major price reversals are identified by these dynamic system cautions. Any stock or any index that you take before any major movement, right at the top or right at the bottom, these dynamic system caution will appear. Now as in this case, as you see, as the price has been moving in a very clear uptrend, and as it goes up right at the top, there is a symbol here. We call this as a dynamic system caution, and when that appears, it means get ready, the price is about to reverse. Now when we know that the price is about to reverse, now what we can do is, if in case we had taken a buy position earlier in this uptrend, now we could have exited the buy position very early right at the top. And after that, we can also take the opposite trade very early in order to capture the next big moment. And as you can see, when this dynamic caution appeared, the price was at around 21,621. And after that, now what has happened is, right from that top, the price has come down to 20,767. It is more than 900 points movement in one single, stretch. Now, without this information, now it would have been very difficult for any common trader to have identified this or captured this. But then with this information, now you will be able to trade like a professional trader, capturing all the major big moments. Not only in an uptrending market, even in a downtrending market, as you see here, the price is making a new low, but right at the bottom, there is a dynamic system caution telling us that the price is about to reverse. Now, when this symbol appeared, now the price was at around 19,789, and after that, the price has completely reversed and it has reached 20,987. Now, it is almost more than 1,200 points movement in one single stretch, and one could have benefited from this now, provided you have this intelligence in place. So this is how all these multiple intelligence works together and gives you the right entry, right exit in any given market condition. But then today you don't have to worry about following all these intelligence, because your job is not to follow all of them. Your job is to just follow only this Dowmantic method level 2. Now what this Dowmantic method level 2 does here is it collects all the information from these multiple intelligence and directly tells you what trade you are supposed to do next. But when it comes to taking a trade, now once again there is a question whether to trade in futures or in options. But I know that most of you watching this session are interested more in trading options. But then how to trade in options? You know that there are many people who have spent years of their life trying to learn what is options, all those hundreds of strategies to trade in options, and they are still learning. So today, if you people are here to decide whether you want to spend your time learning or whether you want to spend your time earning. If you have decided to spend your time earning, then you are at the right place, because Dynamic Live today is the one and only platform in the whole world which can automatically tell you how to trade in options, when to trade in options, and what to trade in options. So today you don't have to waste your time reading books, learning what is options and lot many other things. Rather, you can straight away start trading and start earning. So whenever the price is increasing, and if this Dynamic Live Dowmantic method feels that this is a good point to buy, then here in the action it will be written as buy call option now. It is directly telling you what to do in options. And similarly, if the price starts decreasing and if it feels there's a good point to sell, then it will be written as buy put option now. So both in an uptrending market as well as in a downtrending market, it will guide you to trade and you will be able to benefit in both the directions. But then once it tells you to buy a call option or a put option, what are you going to do next? Well, the only thing that you are going to do next is you are going to buy it, isn't it? Now, after you buy, what happens next? The only common thing that happens with every normal trader here is after you buy, you are stuck with fear, tension, panic, because you don't know what to do next, whether to hold this position, how long to hold this position, or whether to exit this. Now, when this is a confusion running in your mind, now there's a point where you start looking for some advice, some guidance. You want someone to come and tell you very clearly what to do next. But today you don't have to worry, because Dynamic Live will automatically tell you what to do. So here in the action, it will be very clearly written as hold call option. So as long as it tells you to hold call option, just hold your position. And at some point later, whenever it feels it is a good point to exit, then it will be very clearly written as exit call. But then in this case, it has not only told you to exit call, it also says exit call and buy a put option. Now, because it has noticed that there is a dynamic system caution on top, which means the price can reverse. And it is also confirmed by a golden arrow mark pointing downward, which we call it as the speed signal. Now, once these two have confirmed, now what it is telling is it is telling you to exit call and buy a put option now. And the interesting thing that you have to note down here is it has told you to buy a put option right close to the top. Now, after it said buy put option now, later it says hold put option. By then, it has already opened with a gap down. And later at some point it says exit put option now, because it has noticed that there is a zigzag caution here at the bottom, and it knows that once the zigzag caution appears, the price can reverse. So it is asking you to exit the put option. So when to enter, how long to hold, and when to exit from your trade. Now these informations are automatically given by this Dynamic Live. Today you just have to follow it and place your orders and start trading. But then whenever it tells you to buy a call option or a put option, there's one more important thing that you have to learn, and that is to select the right strike price. Now, there are many people who have been trading in options. There are many experts already in options trading, but then not many people have ever tried to understand that if you want to succeed big time in options trading, then you must learn to select the right strike price. But today you don't have to worry, because even the right strike price is automatically selected by this Dynamic Live. So whenever it tells you to buy a call option, you just have to come look at this pyramid pointing upward. There are three numbers. Pick one number out of these three. That is your right strike price. Similarly, when it tells you to buy a put option, you can look at the pyramid pointing downward, pick one number out of these three, that is your right strike price. Now, once you have selected the right strike price, now all that you have to do here is just go ahead and do the trade. But then in spite of me telling you all these things, some of you watching the session may still be thinking that, boss, I'm a beginner. I don't know what is futures, what is options in the first place. Will I be able to learn all these things? Now, how many days will it take for me to learn? Now, a lot many questions must be running in your mind. But let me tell you, as I promised you in the beginning of the session, today you will master futures and options trading in a matter of just 7 minutes. And if you are a beginner, being a beginner, it is very good that you are a beginner, because all that you have to do is just read what's written in the action information here. Can you read what's written now? It says very clearly, buy call option now. Read it and read it loud. And before you read it, you must know which script you are trading. So this is Bank Nifty. So read it as Bank Nifty buy call option now. But then, as I told you, when it comes to trading in options, you have to select the right strike price as well. So since it is a call option, you can pick one number out of these three. Let us say you picked a 20,500 strike price. Now all that you are supposed to do here is just read it as Bank Nifty buy call option now 20,500 strike price. This is all that you are supposed to do. Can you do this much? Is it possible? If you can do this much, but if you still have a doubt in your mind, now what you can do is you can pick up your phone right away and call your stockbroker, and you can ask him over the phone that if I tell you Bank Nifty buy call option now 20,500 strike price, if I give you only this much information over the phone, will I be able to trade in options? Yes or no? You ask them. And when you ask him, you'll be surprised to listen to his answer, because his answer will be a big yes. Because they don't care whether you know what is futures, what is options. They don't care whether you are a beginner or an experienced trader. The only thing that they care here is, have you given them the complete information or not? So here you told them which script, you said Bank Nifty. What to do, you said buy call option now. Which strike price, you said 20,500 strike price. All the right information has been conveyed, so they will simply place the order. Now for you to make a phone call and convey this message over the phone, now how much time is it going to take? It is a matter of 20-30 seconds, isn't it? 30 seconds, you make a call, you tell them Bank Nifty buy call option now 20,500 strike price. They will simply place the order and tell you what price it has been bought. Now after that, just cut the call. Later it will be written here as hold call option, as we saw in the previous example. Now as long as it tells you to hold the call option, just hold on to it. But at some point later, it will be very clearly written here as exit call option now. So when it says exit call option now, one more phone call, you tell them Bank Nifty exit call option now. By now they already know which call option you have bought, so they will simply place the order to exit the trade. So another 30 seconds. 30 seconds for an entry, 30 seconds for an exit, and you do this 7 times in a row, it means you have mastered options trading. But then how will you know that you have mastered options trading? That is when the public starts calling you that you are a master, when your stockbroker, when I start calling you that you are a master of options trading, then of course you are a master. But why will we people call you that you are a master? It is because when you do this 7 times in a row, and at the end of 7th time when your account balance is in profit, then obviously anyone and everyone will call you that you are a master of options trading. Isn't it? Don't you agree with this? So the truth here is, gentlemen, it doesn't matter how many books you have read, how many years of experience or knowledge you have. The only thing that matters here is, have you really made money or not? If you have made money, you are a master. If you have not made money, you are not a master. And similarly, when it comes to futures, if you want to master futures trading, here in the action, when it says buy long act now, one phone call, you tell them Bank Nifty futures buy long act now. Just read it. And later at some point it will be written as sell short act now. So when it says sell short act now, one more phone call, you tell them Bank Nifty futures sell short act now. They will understand the language, they will place the order, you don't have to worry. So 30 seconds for an entry, 30 seconds for an exit. You do this 7 times in a row, it means you have mastered futures trading as well. This is the reality, gentlemen. Today you can go check with any stockbroker or any experienced trader for that matter. When it comes to practical trading, this is all that you're going to do. And if this is all that you're going to do, then this is all that you're supposed to learn, isn't it? But if you're trying to learn anything more than this thing today, then I think you're trying to waste your time. And if you people have understood this reality, and if you agree with me, then it means that you have already mastered futures and options trading today. So don't waste your time anymore. Start trading and start earning. But then when I'm saying all these things, some of you watching the session may be thinking, do we have to watch it the whole day? No, you don't have to watch it the whole day. Once every 30 minutes, if you can check this action information, that is more than enough. And only when it tells you to buy a call option or buy a put option or to exit a call option, that is when you're going to do a trade, isn't it? But in between, there is nothing that you are supposed to do. And then along with this, there is this preparation wherein it will be very clearly written in advance that get ready to buy call option, get ready to buy put option. At least 15 to 30 minutes in advance, it will be written here so that you will know what trade you're going to do next, and accordingly you can prepare yourself. And today for this dynamic live, to give you entry or an exit, there are some multiple signals at work. Like we have the golden arrow mark, that is the speed signal, and then we have the intraday 3 long signal, we have the intra week long signal, we have the zigzag cautions. Multiple signals are at work because each of these signals expertises in identifying different varieties of price movement, so that in any given market condition you get the right entry and right exit. So as I told you, for entry these many signals are at work, and once again for exit these many signals are at work. But today you don't have to worry, because your job is not to follow all these signals. All that you have to do is just follow this 1, 2, 3 easy steps. Now, as I promised you in the beginning of the session, today you'll learn to earn money in trading in a matter of just 1, 2, 3 easy steps. Now what are these steps? Let's have a look. The first step is just add your favorite stock or index in dynamic live. Just add it on the screen. Second is check what the Dominant method action information is telling you to do. And the third one is whatever it tells you to do, based on that, simply place orders, start trading and start earning. So this is how easy it is today to start trading in futures and options, and this is the reason we call this as a revolutionary invention. So today let's go have a look at this dynamic live in the live market, in the real-time market, to understand how one can benefit from it and how these 1 to 3 easy steps really work. Now for that, I request any of you to suggest me your favorite stock or index so that we can see what this dynamic live is suggesting us to do. Now all that you have to do here is first select your favorite stock or index, and for that you just have to click on this favorites here. Now once you click on this favorites, now what will happen is a drop down will appear, and in this drop down you can go select any of your favorite stock. Now let us select the today's favorite stock, that is Wipro. Now once we have selected this, now all that we have to do here is just look what this action information is telling us to do, and it is telling us to hold call option. It has already told us to buy a call option sometime earlier, and as of now it is telling us to hold call option. But there is a point where it told us to buy a call option. You can see the golden arrow mark there, the speed signal pointing upward. Now when was this? It was at 9:30 in the morning today, and you could have bought it when the price was 247.5, and from there it made a high of 286.7, and right at the top there is a dynamic system caution, which means you can secure your profit. Now how to secure your profit in options trading? Now this is something very interesting that you get to learn in our online training. But or else when this big movement happened, now with a lot size of almost 3,200 lot size here, now from your entry price it has moved up close to more than 20 points movement. Now at 20 points movement with a 3,200 lot size, we are talking about literally close to 64,000 rupees profit in this one single trade from 9:30 till the high it made. So this is about Wipro. Now let us check. Mr. Nitesh has asked for Maruti. Let us check what's happening in Maruti. All that I'm trying to do is just select the favorite stock here, and once I do that, my job is to just come and look at the action information. And you can see the Maruti, it is telling us to hold call option. Sometime back it has already told us to buy a call option, that is somewhere at this point when this golden arrow mark appeared pointing upward, the speed signal. Now it was at 9:30 today morning, and after that you would have bought, and the price is still trading at your entry price. Hold on to it. As the price comes closer to this intraday 3 long signal, that is when it may ask you to exit your call option. So be prepared for that. And he also wants to check Bharti Airtel. Now you can see here in Bharti Airtel, it is still telling us to hold call option. It is because in spite of this golden arrow mark pointing downward, normally it is considered to be a sell, but it is not a clear sell. That is the reason it has not allowed you to buy a put option. So when not to enter, that is automatically identified by this dynamic live itself. So it is still telling you to hold the call option. So hold on to it, wait until it very clearly tells you to exit call option now. Mr. Sampath Kumar wants to check Nifty. Now this is Nifty. And as you can see here in the action information, it is very clearly written as stay tuned for the next trade. Now earlier today morning at 9:30, you must have seen it had given as a buy. It told us to buy a call option very clearly. It was written in the action information. Now after you bought, as the price started increasing, right at the stop there was a long signal edge point wherein it very clearly told us to exit call option. So you would have exited the trade, but as of now it is asking you to wait until it tells you to buy a call option or a put option, and above that the preparation is telling you get ready to buy a call option. So you have to be prepared for that. And let us check what's happening in Reliance. So as you can see in Reliance also, it is telling us to hold a call option, but then there's a point where it had told us to buy a call option. Now it was at 9:30 today morning, and you could have bought it when the price was 1942.75, let us say 1943, and from there now it is trading at 1973, literally close to almost 30 points movement, and one lot of Reliance is almost 505 shares in futures and options. So even if you have done this in futures, you're talking about almost 15,000 rupees profit in this one single trade. Mr. Shiv Kumar has a question. Now, what are these white colored arrows in intra-week chart? Now, these are not the white colored arrows, Mr. Shiv Kumar. These are the white colored thunder symbols. Now, we call this as a dynamic system caution. It is a specific, to be very specific, it is called as a C1D caution. But then all these things we make use of in the dynamic superpower trading method. So now we are discussing only about the Dowmantic method. Mr. Tyagarajan wants to check about Bank Nifty. Let us check Bank Nifty. Now even in Bank Nifty, you can see here the action says stay tuned for the next trade. But earlier today morning at 9:30, it told us to buy an exit put option and buy a call option. We would have bought a call option, and as the price started increasing, right at the top, it did say us to exit the put option. Exit the call option. And after exiting, we are at present waiting for the next trade. Now this is a phase, this is a price movement situation where it is not allowing us to do any trade. But then anyways, the preparation is telling us get ready to buy a call option. So be prepared, but only once it tells you to buy call option now or buy put option now in the action information, that is when you're supposed to go ahead and do the trade. So this is how it works. Now all that you have to do is just select your favorite stock, check what the action information tells you to do, and whatever it tells you, based on that, simply place orders and start trading. And today when you have access to this intelligence, there are some very special benefits as a trader that you can draw from it. Now what are these benefits? Let's have a look. Now these are all some of the major benefits. That is, from here on, when it comes to taking an entry or an exit, there won't be any more confusion, because you know that it gives you the right entry and right exit. You also know that it will avoid you from doing those trades which it feels it is not good. So with the complete confidence, you will be able to trade. As I told you, when not to enter, when not to exit, that is automatically identified. And when you know that, then you will have the complete confidence to simply follow whatever it tells you to do. And when it comes to trading in options, which is the right strike price, that is also automatically selected by this dynamic live. And the best part here is the preparation, because it tells you much in advance that what trade you're going to do next, as we saw in few examples just now. And the best thing that could have happened for any trader is the action information, because it directly tells you what you're supposed to do. It doesn't know whether you are a beginner or an experienced trader, but it will treat everyone as a beginner and directly tells you what you're supposed to do. Whatever it tells you to do, if you can simply blindly follow it, that is more than enough. Dynamic Live will do all the hard work for you. Your job is 100% effortless, gentlemen, because your job is to just place orders. And today, for you to start trading, there is no need of in-depth training. The simple basic training is more than enough. It is a matter of 40 to 60 minutes of sessions that you have to go through, and after which you will be ready there to start trading and start earning. And as I told you earlier, any one of you can implement this, even if you are a beginner, experienced trader, working professional, housewife, retired person, student, stockbroker. Any one of you can implement. But remember, all that we want you to do here is just implement it mechanically. Do it as it is told. As long as you do it, now what will happen is you will start earning money. Now, just by following this, now what can happen? Let me show you my own trading results, wherein you will understand now what kind of results you will achieve when you mechanically follow as it is told. Now, there's my trading details. Now, these are the trading details that I have been showing from the day when I have started this trading. Now, this entire process started from 1st April and with a very small capital as low as 19,600 rupees. But then on each and every trade, I have not used the complete 19,000. You can see the allocated is 19,600, but the used amount, utilized amount is just 5,693. So the remaining 13,907 is the ideal money that is staying in the account. And from there, whenever the dynamic live Daumantic method told us to do any trade, I have been just blindly following it. And as long as I have been doing it, the capital kept growing, increasing, decreasing. At some point, what happened was now my investment per trade is purely out of the profits that I've already earned. And from there, continuing till the latest, till yesterday's position. Now, as you can see here, the balance has already reached close to 49,559. So it is literally close to 150% returns on this overall capital starting from from 1st April to today. That is today is 14th, 15th July. So it is almost how many months? It is almost 3.5 months exactly. So in a matter of just 3.5 months, the capital has grown up to almost 150% returns. And in order to achieve this, I have not done anything extraordinary here. I've just followed as it is told. I've just followed the dynamic live, whatever it tells us to do. And as long as I do that, I've been earning consistently. And each and every trade, what is a P&L, entry price, exit price, all these details are very clearly mentioned here. But then when I'm saying all these things, now you must be very eager to know what is the cost, what is the price of the software. But let me tell you, there is no cost, there is no price that one can bear for something precious like this. There is only one thing that you people have come here to do, and that is to decide. You're all here today to decide, are you ready to invest today to secure your tomorrow? Are you ready to invest today to secure your financial future? If you're ready to invest today, then let me show you what is the investment that you're supposed to make. But then before I show you, let me also tell you that you're not going to invest some big money. You're going to invest a very small fetch of the profits that you can earn from this dynamic live. But just by looking at this dynamic live in a video or in a session like this, you'll not be able to judge it. But the day when you touch it, feel it, open it, run it on the real-time market, observe it, do some trades, when you see the real profit in front of your eyes, that is the day you'll realize its true benefits. That is the day you'll realize what you have been missing all these years when it comes to trading in stock market. But today, to make sure that all of you can first get your hands on this dynamic live to understand its true benefits, to make sure that every trader can reap the benefit of this dynamic live for the first time ever in the last 12 years. Let me say this again. For the first time ever in the last 12 years, the management at Dauman Group has come up with a very big special offer. Now, what is the offer? Let me show you. Today, you can get this dynamic live by investing just 8,000 rupees plus GST for 1 month. But remember, the special offer is valid only for the first month subscription. It is because the original price of dynamic live is 4,39,000 rupees for 12 months. But today, you are getting it at just 8,000 rupees plus GST for 1 month. So that you can touch it, feel it, open it, run it in the real-time market, do some trades, and it is a matter of trade or two for you to gain back this investment that you have made for this dynamic live. And there have been many people who have been requesting us for trial. Now all your request has been answered with the special offer here, so that you can get your hands on it to understand its true benefits first. But then remember, the special offer is valid only for a limited period of time. So today, if any one of you is interested to jump into this revolution, start trading and start earning, then here is the link that I have just texted on the chat. Just click on this link and you will be able to subscribe it. Now just hold on a second. So here is the link that I have just texted on the chat. Just go through the link, click on it, and you will be able to subscribe it immediately. But then there are some of you thinking that now All right, for the first month we get the special offer, but what happens from the second month? Do we have to pay the complete 4,39,000? No, you don't have to do that, because there are many more other special offers. Now, what are these offers? Let me show you. The first one is the presidential rights, where you get the same 12 months plan. Instead of investing 4,39,000 today, you can invest only 1,23,000, where you get dynamic life for one entire year. You also get a dynamic system free for lifetime. Now, what is this dynamic system? Dynamic system is another intelligent software like Dynamic Live. It also gives you the right entry and right exit, and it helps you to do some amazing positional trade. And even long-term or short-term investment in the equity segment can be done using this. But the biggest benefit is it gives you signals and information one day in advance, so that those people who don't have time, by spending hardly 10 to 15 minutes of your leisure time, you will be able to trade using this dynamic system and start earning year after year consistently. This dynamic system in itself is worth around 95,000 rupees, and today you are getting it free for lifetime. You're getting almost 71% off per month on this particular plan. And then we have the privilege rights, where you get a 6 months plan at 72,000. You get dynamic life for 6 months. You also get dynamic system free for 1 year. And then we have the 3 months plan at 42,000. You get dynamic life for 3 months. You also get dynamic system free for 3 months. And at last, we have the 1 month plan at just 16,500. You get dynamic life for 1 month. You also get dynamic system free for 1 month. So these are all the 4 different plans that you can opt for from the second month onwards. But for the first month, you get the special offer at just 8,000 rupees plus GST. And the link is already there in the chat for you to subscribe if you are interested. But once you have subscribed today, now what will happen is the technical team will send you a mail. They will take a remote access of your computer, and they will install this dynamic live and dynamic system today itself on your computer. And along with that, you can also attend an online workshop today at 5 p.m. wherein you will learn things in a bit more detail, and it is a matter of just 40 to 60 minutes of session that you have to go through, and after that you will be ready to start trading from tomorrow and start earning. So these are all the benefits, gentlemen. This is how one can benefit from it. This is all about today's session. If anyone has any other questions or doubts before subscribing, you can ask me now. But then if you are interested and if you straight away want to go ahead and subscribe, the link is already there on the chat. Just click on it and you will be able to subscribe. Any other questions or doubts? All right, looks like there are no doubts. So gentlemen, thank you all for joining today's session. Wish you all a happy trading and a very good afternoon. See you on the other side at 5 p.m. in the online workshop. Until then, good day to all of you, and thank you once again for joining this session.